What if the moment everyone thought would remain rumor has finally been captured on camera? A grainy clip, a crowded public space, two unmistakable silhouettes leaning closer than the world has ever seen them before. And then a kiss. Within minutes, the video detonated across social media. Shared, replayed, slowed down frame by frame. The headline wrote itself. Public kiss caught on video. Lee Min-ho and song Hye Kyo. Internet in chaos. If you are still watching, subscribe. Let's get the story started as the world of your favorite celebrity unfolds.
Stay tuned.
For months, speculation had simmered. Rumors. A ring. Agency silence that felt louder than any denial. But this was different. This was visual. Tangible. A moment that, if authentic, shifts the narrative from possibility to reality. At the center of the storm stands Lee Min-ho, the global star whose rise through Boys Over Flowers transformed him into one of the defining faces of the Korean wave. Over the years, he has mastered composure under scrutiny. Interviews measured. Appearances controlled. Personal life guarded behind polished professionalism. Beside him, in that now-viral clip, appears Song Hye Kyo, an icon whose career has spanned generations. From the emotional resonance of Autumn in My Heart to the global dominance of Descendants of the Sun and her commanding reinvention in The Glory, she has remained a symbol of elegance and resilience. If the clip is genuine, it is more than a kiss. It is a cultural event. The video itself is brief. Shot from a distance, likely on a phone. The setting appears casual, not staged. Ambient noise hums in the background. Two figures stand close, partially shielded by the movement of others. Then, unmistakably, they lean in. The internet did not hesitate. Fans declared confirmation. Comment sections flooded with celebration. Words like finally and destiny trended within hours. Some called it the most iconic celebrity moment of the decade. Others questioned the footage, analyzing angles and lighting, asking whether the clip could be old, edited, or taken out of context. Because in the digital age, seeing is not always believing. Yet belief spreads faster than doubt. The power of this particular pairing cannot be overstated. These are not emerging stars testing the waters of public affection. These are veterans of global fame. Two individuals who understand the weight of every captured second. If they chose to express intimacy publicly, even briefly, it would signal a profound shift in their relationship with exposure. In South Korea's entertainment landscape, public displays of affection among A-list celebrities are rare. Carefully shielded from paparazzi culture that thrives elsewhere, most relationships remain private until formally acknowledged. A kiss, captured without announcement, would represent either extraordinary boldness or extraordinary vulnerability. Or perhaps both. Industry analysts are already dissecting implications. If confirmed, brand contracts could recalibrate. Future projects might be viewed through a new lens. Every on-screen romance they portray could carry echoes of this real-life moment. The line between fiction and reality would blur irrevocably. But amid the frenzy, one crucial element remains unchanged. Silence. No agency confirmation. No denial. No clarification about the authenticity of the clip. That silence has become the final layer of intrigue. Is it verification through restraint? Is it strategic delay? Or is it caution while assessing the video's origin? There is also the possibility that the clip is misinterpreted. A greeting mistaken for a kiss. A camera angle creating illusion. In an era of high-speed editing and artificial manipulation, visual evidence demands scrutiny. Experts online are already enhancing frames, debating shadows, measuring proximity. Yet beyond analysis lies emotion. For millions who have followed Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo for over a decade, the idea of them sharing a real kiss feels cinematic, as though two parallel storylines have finally intersected. Their careers have defined eras of Korean drama. Their faces have been synonymous with epic romance. To witness an unscripted moment between them feels like watching fiction spill into reality. But reality carries consequences. Public relationships in South Korea often endure relentless attention. Every outing documented, every gesture interpreted. the pressure can be immense. A single kiss may ignite joy today, but it also invites unending scrutiny tomorrow. Perhaps that is why the clip feels so electrifying. It appears unguarded, unrehearsed, human. In a world where celebrity images are curated down to the last pixel, imperfection feels authentic. And authenticity is irresistible. Still, questions linger. Where was the video taken? Who recorded it? Why surface it now? Until answers emerge, the clip exists in a suspended state between confirmation and conjecture. But its impact is undeniable. It has reignited global fascination. It has intensified media coverage. It has pushed the rumored relationship into a new phase of visibility. If this is the moment they chose to step beyond speculation, it will be remembered as iconic. If it is a misunderstanding, it will serve as a cautionary tale about viral certainty. Either way, something has shifted. The internet is no longer debating a ring. It is replaying a kiss. And perhaps the most compelling question remains the simplest one. In that fleeting second, beneath ambient noise and blurred movement, was it truly them choosing each other in plain sight? Or are we witnessing the power of projection once again? Until official words replace viral frames, the answer lingers in slow motion, paused between pixels, magnified by hope, and carried by a world that cannot look away. And what if that single, fleeting frame becomes the moment history remembers? As the clip continues to circulate, slowed down to fractions of a second, the conversation has moved beyond excitement into examination. Digital analysts stabilize the footage. Media outlets debate whether the figures' profiles align perfectly with Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo. Fans create comparison edits, layering past public appearances over the new images, searching for confirmation in jawlines, posture, silhouette. Because now it is no longer just gossip. It is investigation. The location of the alleged moment has become a secondary mystery. Was it a private gathering that spilled into public view? A casual meeting assumed to be invisible in a crowd? Or a carefully selected setting where privacy felt safe until one phone camera shifted everything? If authentic, the kiss represents more than romance. It signals risk. For two individuals who have spent decades mastering discretion, public intimacy would be a deliberate departure from precedent. South Korea's entertainment culture does not reward spontaneity lightly. High-profile relationships are often disclosed only after careful negotiation between agencies, brands, and management teams. A leaked moment disrupts that choreography. And yet, there is a rawness in the footage that has captivated viewers. No dramatic pose. No cinematic lighting. No audience applause. Just a brief lean, a touch of closeness that feels profoundly ordinary. Ordinary is what makes it extraordinary. For years, both stars have portrayed epic love stories. In Boys Over Flowers, Lee Min-ho delivered grand declarations beneath sweeping soundtracks. In Descendants of the Sun, Song Hye Kyo embodied romance against a backdrop of life and death stakes. Their on-screen kisses were choreographed, rehearsed, designed for emotional impact. But this alleged moment carries none of that theatrical framing. It is quiet, almost accidental. And that subtlety has ignited the loudest reaction. Some commentators urge restraint, reminding viewers that digital manipulation is increasingly sophisticated. Others argue that the body language speaks for itself. There is a softness in proximity, they say, a familiarity that cannot be fabricated. Meanwhile, the agencies remain silent. In crisis communication theory, silence can serve multiple purposes.
It can buy time.
It can avoid validating rumors. It can protect ongoing negotiations. But prolonged silence in the face of viral footage inevitably shapes public perception. The longer there is no denial, the stronger belief becomes. Still, there is another possibility. Perhaps the silence is an assertion of boundaries. In a world where celebrities are expected to explain every captured moment, choosing not to respond can be an act of autonomy. Not every private interaction demands public commentary. Not every viral clip deserves authentication. But the internet does not operate on patience. View counts climb. Reaction videos multiply. International media outlets begin referencing the clip, amplifying its reach beyond Korea. The story evolves from entertainment news into cultural spectacle. Comment sections fill with narratives already written in certainty. And yet, certainty remains elusive. If this is confirmation, it arrives without ceremony. No staged announcement. No polished photo shoot. Just an unscripted second that slipped into public view. If it is misunderstanding, it demonstrates the immense power of perception in the digital era. What makes this chapter compelling is not just the possibility of romance. It is the symbolism of visibility. For two icons who have maintained extraordinary control over their public personas, being seen in an intimate moment redefines the narrative. It collapses distance between star and spectator. It transforms myth into humanity. And humanity is fragile under scrutiny. Should confirmation follow, their relationship would enter one of the most intense spotlights in modern Korean entertainment history. Every outing analyzed. Every gesture magnified. The weight of expectation immense. If denial comes, the clip will become a case study in viral misinterpretation. A reminder of how quickly hope can transform into assumption. Until then, the footage exists in a suspended state. Played and replayed. Debated and defended. Celebrated and questioned. A kiss lasting perhaps seconds has become an event stretching across continents. And perhaps that is the most revealing truth of all. Not whether they kissed. Not whether the clip is real. But how desperately the world wants it to be. In the space between pixels and press releases, between silence and statement, the story lingers. Waiting. For confirmation. For denial. For clarity. Or for the next frame that changes everything once again.